It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa, and you're watching Tea Time, your favorite entertainment news program. Hello there, and welcome to Tea Time. I am Tokumbo Taiwo, and I'm here with the irrepressible Ife Oshinkeye and the forever elegant Elsie Godwin. Hi, guys.
Hi,
I like my introduction.
You like your intro, and you like yours as well, so I think I've got to dust myself.
Yeah.
I've done a good job, haven't I?
Yes,
All right,
Bring your shoulder.
If I don't get too dramatic now. Anyway, so what's new this morning? Anything exciting? Anything?
I'm excited about the fact that Bad Boys 3, the sequel after 15 years, is actually coming back.
Finally!
Like, I can't wait. It has Gabriel Union in that.
Okay.
It has Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, of course. So yes, that's going.
It's sounding like a stellar cast already.
It's going to look like it's coming out in.
See Gabriel Union do.
Yeah,
We'll see
2019.
what she's doing. 2019.
I saw a new Gabriel Union movie like 2 days ago. I can't remember the name.
Was she good in it, or?
Oh, it was amazing.
The one she was the fantastic.
But you can't even remember.
Yeah, the fantastic where she was trying to save her kids.
That's not
and
the
then
title.
breaking.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so you guys enjoyed it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, Elsie, do you have anything new or anything that we should know about?
I'm new, and I'm on the
You're new.
CC Fashion Influencer of the Year. Like,
Do you think so?
really? No.
Exactly. That's what.
I think I'd rather give it to Bam Bam because Bam Bam rocked
That's what was going through my mind when I saw it.
I felt
rocked the AMVCA.
yeah,
really?
with her outfit because
Really?
it
With her
caused a
feathers.
lot of controversy.
The fact that it caused a lot of controversy doesn't mean it was.
Well,
a
I'm
lovely
going to go
outfit,
with
per
what
se.
our boyfriend said, Teddy A, who said that Nigerians should open their mind to
That's
artistic.
what everybody
Okay.
say when
All right,
they
guys.
see
I think we should move on.
negative.
Yeah.
Casey said we should open our eye to artistic dressing, which is plenty
So do you know-
colors. You
Yes.
know. Anyway, I'm opening my eyes.
Casey.
Yes, Casey.
Casey's rainbow
That was open your
Okay.
eyes.
Okay, so on today's edition of the program, we have a studio guest, and you know how we do it right here on Tea Time. We bring you some of the most interesting celebrities. And today is not any different. Our studio guest is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, performer, producer, and actor. With over 250,000 followers on Twitter and with over 300,000 followers on Instagram, let's all make welcome the jazzy, jovial, and jubilant Jaywon.
And the crowd goes.
Jaywon.
Welcome.
It's very good to have you.
Good to have you on the show. Good to have you. Yeah.
He shakes on our behalf.
Oh, yes.
I'm the shaker. But I don't shake tables.
You look like the bad guy here.
Bad guy.
You know what?
I'm
I
a
usually
good guy.
start the questioning, but I will let our bad guy here do the first question.
Okay.
All right, so I want to know what it's been like. You have a new record label, which is yours. You just left Kenny's Music, not recently, but you've been out of Kenny's Music for a while and you've been running your own thing. But the first question I want to ask you is that, unlike other people that when they start their record label, they focus on themselves, but you signed Twist the Fireman, who is an amazing artist, by the way, I must confess. And I think it's a good business strategy for you signing someone like Twist the Fireman because release, then I tell them to pass it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a dope song. And he had Trigmatic from Ghana, on that one. And I want to know what exactly pushed you to sign someone immediately after leaving a record label you were signed to.
All right, that has always been the dream. You know, I'm one of the few artists that was discovered while coming up. You know, I was actually the first upcoming artist to be signed to Kenny's Music. You know, so I always felt like, this is a platform that I wasn't even really happy that I had to even put a pen to the paper. I wanted to just have a platform where I can help groom some other up and coming artists. Where I say, okay, you are talented, you have it, you just need a platform to ride on. That was the whole idea. That has always been my dream because that was how I was discovered. You feel me? So that was what I felt when I heard the music, and I'd be like, I actually got carried away with the music. Like, this music is dope. We need to try and see how we can push this song to the world. And we brought Trigmatic all the way from Ghana to Nigeria. We shot the video, and we've been working since then.
All right, then. Okay, so now this takes me back to the incidents where SARS came to harass your party, and they had Rugged Man in that. Rugged Man was a guest in our studio a few weeks back, and Rugged Man was here in the studio with us, and he shed some light on exactly what happened. And we're glad that SARS is finally off the streets, but we want to hear from the horse's mouth exactly what transpired between you and SARS. Yeah.
Because I remember that video went viral, didn't it?
Yes, actually did. Okay, what happened actually was my birthday house party, and we had a house party for my birthday. I invited a couple of my friends in the industry, then a couple of my footballer friends and the media, So it was a long night. So I was sleeping.
The way you looked at me with that long night.
It means a lot.
You understand? I was sleeping and waking up like, yo, people are still here, that kind of thing. Only for me I woke up, I think it was around 2 a.m. And I think I was just waking up. Then I just heard my name, like someone was calling me like, yo, one of the guy from social media house, has been taken by the SARS officials and blah, blah, blah. And the truth is everybody had a lot to drink, So that was why I was trying to take my time to make sure nobody, misbehaved and make sure everyone was okay. Around downstairs, then I saw him inside the bus already with the ankle and all that.
Wow.
And I was pissed off and I'd be like, yo, this guy, I'm very sure this guy showed you guys inside the
identification.
So it's not like a nuisance. It's not like someone just going around. They say they don't care, blah, 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 blah. And I'm very sure he told you he's coming from a party. So I think the mistake they made was bringing him back to, they took him along the street. Then they now brought him back
to the party.
To the party. Probably they were looking for more people to be picked up. Then
was he a snitch?
I just, at that point in time, because I was trying to talk to them, I was calm, like, yo, this guy is not like some other guys that you can just pick up. This guy works with him. This guy is a press guy. You're not supposed to even be messing with these people and all that. But they were not ready to
listen.
So I got angry. When I got angry, it wasn't just only me. Maybe I was running down. Almost everybody came down with me. So at that point I was already pissed off, and I'd be like, yo, okay, how many are you guys? You guys are 5. You guys will not leave here except this guy is downstairs. Let me bring this guy out of the bus. At least you can see we are plenty. Maybe you shoot all of us. Everybody was angry at that point in time. We were pissed off. Finally we were able to remove him from the, from the bus, and they removed the handcuffs. But it was in between when we were arguing that, yo, you guys will not leave. They wanted to take him away because at the point they realized there was nothing they could do. At that point in time we were more. So the argument was much. I guess someone was making a Snapchat or a video. That video was one that went viral.
Yeah, we saw it. Remind me of the message.
You understand? It wasn't my case. You understand? It was just a case of somebody come my house, come celebrate with me, and I carry him. And I won't just carry him, go like that. So that, next time I do party, because they don't go in house, so now SARS, they come carry you.
Okay, so let's take it personal to you. I mean, we've talked about your label and your experience with SARS. So, for you to have been the brain behind this year, I mean, that's like an evergreen song. When we enter 2019, I was still singing this year, How does that make you feel? And sorry, I'm going to have a follow-up. And then you said something about jumping on Shaku Shaku and regretting it. How does that make you feel?
Okay. The song this year, I think I don't even see it as a music. I still see it as a blessing. You understand? That feeling is that, okay, you have a song, that will always be played every time. So a lot of the times I just say to myself, guy, you are blessed to have a song like this. Like, okay, even when they don't even play every other song, when it comes to the beginning of the new
Once
year,
it's January,
people must play this song. People must, definitely call you to come around and all that. So that's just it for me. I feel blessed to have a song like that.
Okay.
And the Shaku Shaku thing, it was just, I was just under pressure, I'll say at the point, like, yo, you know, because I've been like, you know, doing some different kind of music. And yeah, that was the time I was going to travel out of the country. Then I knew I was going to be away for like a month. And like 2 months before then, I didn't release any songs. And I didn't want to go away without releasing another song.
Okay.
So I don't know where the thought came from.
Okay. Okay, you know what, Jaywon? I know you have a lot to say, but we need to take a quick break. When we come back, hopefully you'll be able to sort of shed more light on that. All right, so time for a quick break. When we return, our studio guest, Jaywon, will be telling us more. Don't even think about going anywhere for the time being.
Hello, my name is Ali Nuhu. Keep watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. Up next is a continuation of our conversation with popular Nigerian singer Jaywon. So before the break, you were telling us about Shaku Shaku.
Yeah, as I was saying, it just happened, and I just call everyone. I call Ido West, Mr. Will, Ichaba. Everybody was just in an apartment, and that was how we recorded the song. I shot the video the same week, and I left the country, you know. And I thought that the song was going to pick up immediately, you know. But at the end of the day, I got more bashed from people like, yo, you're not supposed to be doing this. Like, this is not, you know, different people from the industry, like people I respected a lot, like, no, you shouldn't be doing this kind of record. And almost the same time, that was when before I came back to Nigeria, I shot a video for Saro, and I released Saro, and Saro picked up almost immediately.
Okay.
So do you think you deviated from your
So,
brand?
you understand? Yeah, I felt like that. That was why I felt like, yo, I shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
Like, because it's like people already have this thing about Jaywon. You know, like once it's not the kind of music they're actually expecting from a Jaywon, they won't buy into it. You know? So Saro was like a response to, you know, the bashing I've been getting from people, and they'll be like, yo, guy, I think you should just stay, you know, on your lane and do that kind of music that people, you know, what you're known for, you understand? So.
Okay, I'm glad you bring Saro up because, you know, I wanted us to actually watch a little bit of the clip. So I don't know if it's ready now. So let's quick see. Okay, so we'll take a quick clip regarding Saro and then we'll talk more about it right after this.
Do you have a question for me?
Cause I get you right. You leave me for lonely, boy. The way we are. The way we act like we barely growing ups. Hold me down before I will go wrong. It's enough, you don't let me know more. Don't you lie to me, let's be honest. Did my best in love to work it out with you. Goodbye to you, say I to your lover. Nothing is deeper than love. Yeah, you draw me and you left me.
This is what you want. You really serious when you do this.
It's not working.
Cause you get it right back. You leave me for lonely, boy. See, I'm emotional just because of you. Thoughts will last forever, but it don't carry you go. Sorrow, me sorrow. Don't need what they do. Don't love it, do. She just be acting for me. Sorrow, me sorrow. Don't need what they do. Don't love it, do. She just be acting for me. Sorrow, you know, say you're the only one I love. Now you wanna leave me for another man. Say that's why not be the plan. See if you want kill me, cuckoo kill me. Cause if you leave me, don't find me. See now who up the light. Cause I know they see anymore.
So that was a quick clip of Saro, the official video. So tell us a little bit about that, you know, because you started talking about it briefly, the inspiration behind it, and I have to commend your acting skills in that because there was so much emotion,
Thank you.
know.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord,
so tell us a little bit about
right
Saro.
out of my mouth.
Big up to a man called Ladida. He was the one that had the first idea to the song, you know, so they sent it to me. Then I went back to the studio, you know, to get another proper production. Then I finished the song myself, you know. But why I had this song, I kept the song, you know, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to release a song like this at that point in time, because the whole industry was crowded with so much shaku shaku. You know, so you can't, and sometimes in Nigeria, I feel like when you're trying to do good music, people see you like as someone who's trying to show off. And you understand that. I feel that is what is killing the music a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as if you don't have the music, you have it, but this is what people are listening to, shaku shaku, and then you want to go to this, you know. So, but after my shaku shaku, I felt really bad, and I'd be like, yo, now I don't know what anybody is gonna think about this. If you like it, like it. If you like, don't like it. This is what I want to do right now.
Okay, all right. So
that's it.
Okay, Elsie, I know you have a question.
Yes, I do.
I have a few questions, and like I don't even know who should go first. So let me
go.
Ladies first.
Yeah.
You talked about pressure. And because I'm a mental health advocate, I'm going to take you back to an article I read where you said I think you were trying to defend Beverly. You had an interview with and you talked about how the comments used to get to you. It bothered you a lot, but right now you don't bother anymore. You do what you have to do. You put it out there and listen to those you need to listen to. So how did you get to that point? What was it before you got to the point of knowing that this is about me? I have to be mentally strong.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like people would just come on your page and just say anything. And a lot of times I'd be like, yo, if you're saying this to me, don't you
think about
how I'm gonna feel?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you don't want me
to react.
I feel like the only time I've been posted on all these major blogs, you know, for little scandals, I always doing when I have to reply someone. You know, like my birthday, I had like 3 different giveaways. I went to like 2 different motherless homes. Nobody talked about it, and then immediately the SARS thing happened.
It was out there. Yeah.
You know, so I'm always trying to be careful not to reply anybody on Twitter or on Instagram. Instagram, I just delete the comment, you know. But, you know, during Beverly's own, I felt like, yo, Beverly did that. Probably she's looking for attention, but that's her own problem at the end of the day.
Drink water and mind your
So you understand? So if you guys had ignored and not say anything about that picture, everybody, you know, it won't go viral. Everybody would just, you know. But it was because everyone was talking about it. That was why the whole thing went viral. So I felt like, yo, I think we need to learn how to just ignore some things and not, you know, just react to everything that we see. And some boy from nowhere just came at me like, yo, that was before Saru do. Like, your career is dead, this is that. And I felt really, really bad. Like, but after that time, I'd be like, yo, you know what? I beg, if people can go and buy me, like right now,
okay.
on my own, I don't need.
So it's like now you have a thicker skin.
No, sometimes, like someone came on my page this day and said, I don't listen to your music, blah, blah, blah. I say, thank you for not listening. You know, because, you know, before I knew it, he deleted the message, he deleted the comment by himself. Everybody, you know, went for him. Sometimes people will say some things and I'll be like, thank you, or just give you this smiley. Or sometimes I just even retweet for you. when I retweet for you,
that's a killer move.
So you understand, everybody will be the one to reply you, not me replying you. You know, but before now, sometimes I feel like, wow. I try to fight back and all that. Nah, don't tire me.
All right. Let's take a quick break because it's like if you have a question, before your question, let's take another break. But when we come back, it will be a continuing question and answer session with Jaywon. That's when Tea Time on Plus TV Africa returns.
Guys, my name is Femi Adebayo. Keep watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Don't change it.
Welcome back. It's still Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're swiftly moving on with our conversation with the popular singer, actor Jaywon. Okay, so before the break, Ife, you were going to ask a question.
Okay, yeah. So I picked up on a word you said. You said, like, let them go and buy. So part of the lyrics of the song Saro is, if you leave me, I'll go buy, or something like that, which still buttressing a point on mental health, a lot of people do not know that heartbreak can actually lead to depression and all of that. So I really want to know, is there a sorrow in your life? Was there a sorrow that motivated you?
The truth is that the song was actually, it was more of a personal experience.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's a sorrow in your life.
There used to be.
There used to be.
There used to be a sorrow, but
Yeah.
you know,
So she left you for a white guy.
yes, she did actually.
For a white
For
guy,
a
not
white
just
guy.
a guy, for a white guy.
Jesus Christ.
What's that?
You know
Stepped
what
up,
they say,
stepped
once you
up,
go
stop
black,
that.
you can never go back.
You don't understand. Some of these girls in Europe, they want the passport. The truth is, it was not as if I actually have something against her, because I actually understand what life is out there in Europe and how what a lot of them do to actually survive. You know, but in the mind, I just felt disappointed. Like, yo, if you're going to do this, you should have even like allow us to have a discussion. You know, that was like my first time in Europe. I think it was France. That was like one time, like 2016.
Was she Nigerian?
Yes.
Thirsty. Go on.
So that was just it, but you know, this is 2018.
Yeah.
Boys are very, very
I hope
fine
you are
now.
not the sorrow anymore.
Boys are very okay now, so we don't need that.
I hope you are not disoriented.
Nah.
All right.
Okay, let me ask something before we round up, because, you know, I think we're running out of time and I've been trying to ask this question, but it's something totally unrelated to you. But because I've noticed that you're very vocal, you're very transparent, you're open, you know, you're not like other people who sometimes try to hold back, you know, on certain issues that have to do with their life. So I thought, okay, let me quickly ask you, but it's to do with Nigeria, because we celebrated independence, you know, a few days ago, and I just quickly wanted to ask you what your take on Nigeria 58 is.
Like I've been saying, as I've been opportunity to have, you know, been to different places, there's only one thing I always understand. That people outside this country are always very proud of where they're from.
Okay.
You know, not talking about the negative part, but we in Nigeria we're quick to talk about only the negative things. We don't talk about the positive things, which I think is actually one of our problems. I feel in Nigeria, if we are more proud of who we are, and we pray for more positive things to happen, if we are more positive about Nigeria, I think things can get better. You know, so but a lot of the times we are only quick to say only the negative things. We are quick to curse
And judge.
and judge. You know, whereas we ourselves, we have our own problem, you know. But I just feel we should be more Nigerians, wherever we find ourselves, you know. That is actually what the only thing I've been talking about. You know, I think we need to be more Nigerians.
Yeah, that was what I was saying yesterday. Be
All right,
positive.
so my final question is ahead of the 2019 election, I want you to advise the youths on what they think, or what you think they should do, how they can make their votes count, and what we should expect from the 2019 election.
Yeah, mine is actually very simple. You know, if anybody is giving you money, take that money. Make sure you get it. Listen, I'm just gonna say it the way it is. If anybody is giving you that money, take that money. Make sure you get your PVC. Vote for the person you want to see there.
So even if I take your money, I should still vote for
Why
that,
would you
right?
don't vote? Is give. Nobody will say no to money. If you say no to money, hunger will kill you now.
Jaywon, I'll
You know,
give you
so-
money now. Please call Sarah and beg her to come back to your life.
But I don't need to call her here. Like,
But you
But
do it if I give you the
no,
money.
he will collect
Bring
the
the
money.
money
He doesn't need to do it. That's what I'm saying. We'll collect the money and then do what we want to do. That's the point.
Okay.
So when I say, you know, get your PVC, you know, take money when they bring money to you. Take it and eat and be fine. But don't vote for who you don't like,
Yeah, my
who
guy.
you feel is not the
Yeah,
right
my
person
guy.
to be there.
My guy. Please,
so
chop knock
that's
on my
just
behalf. Chop knock on my behalf.
Okay, so as we round up, final thoughts, any advice you want to give anyone out there, or if you want to say any final...
People that want to be like you.
Exactly, or anyone that is watching right now, what do you want to say to them?
Don't be like me, be like yourself. Because that's the only way you can be unique.
Amazing.
That's the only way you can be different. You know, yeah, don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything you believe in. You know, because a lot of the times I tell people the best advice you can get is the one you give to yourself. You know, so always believe in your dream, believe in whatever it is you want to do in this life. Sometimes it's frustrating, Sometimes, you know, it might take a longer time to get to where you're going. But believe me, if you believe and you are the type that pray and, you know, believe in God and believe in yourself, you get there. It'll just take a while, but you will definitely.
A step at a time.
All right. Thank you very much indeed. That's where we're going to have to wrap up on Tea Time this morning. Join us this afternoon for another exciting episode of Tea Time. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, Ife and Elsie. And I also have to thank the All-Inclusive and the entire production team as well. And last but least, I can't help but thank our guest as well, Jaywon. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you later this afternoon.